Our Leman has left for Redcliffe. He says the army has gathered there and is almost ready to march. As soon as we're ready, we should head to Redcliffe ourselves. The Blight awaits, right?
I think before we do that, we better head to the Black Pearl and fuck some prostitutes. I don't know how I messed that quest up. Yeah, let's head to the Black Pearl, I think.
I got a moment's his, sure.
I'd like to know more about you, handsome.
What about? Alright. Alright then. I got a moment's his, sure.
Tell me more about berserkers.
What the sod is there to know? You get mad, you fly into battle, and things die. It's pretty simple. The hard part is getting in touch with your rage. You need to shut that off.
For all this.
I got a moment's his, sure. Alright then.
Well, I can't shag Ogren. Let's try a look with Zevran then.
One speck of black on those loaves, Corella, or it's back to the scullery with you.
Maybe have more look at camp.
4 cups flour, 3 cups lard.
Yes.
Indeed.
Yeah, Morrigan doesn't like Alistair. Who else doesn't like... Let's take Zevran.
Yes.
We might get attacked on the way. Not really sure what the best thing to start on is, to be honest. Because we've got anti-magic things, we've got 2 now, and none of them do anything. Neither of them seem to work at all. That's quite a nice... Oh, mass paralysis is quite nice as well. Let's see what options Morrigan has. Why don't you head towards Death Hex then? And I'll head towards mass paralysis. Which one affects your chance to hit? Yes, it does contribute to the accuracy of melee attacks. I thought I did. That's why I put no effort into dexterity. He's just still terrible at hitting things. Better get some potions, I think, as well. I don't think you really do a lot of backstabs anyway. To be honest, I don't think you don't seem to do very much of anything, do you? No, I don't think I've got... I think he's got to have my worst build of all the characters. Can't remember who's in charge now.
Welcome back. What can I get for you, honey?
The men. No, some... Yeah, the men first. No, some of both.
Very good. Wait here a moment. Now, before you choose one, let me remind you of the guild rules. You see these lovely gentlemen by the door? If you don't play nicely with my people, these boys will have words with you. You'll pay up front, 40 silver. I'm getting tired of throwing soldiers off the pier for forgetting their coin. We're a craft hall, not a public charity. So, shall I let you get acquainted?
Yeah, I'm ready. I'll pay 40 silver. It's not like Alistair didn't waste all our party's fucking money on his dumb bitch of a sister.
Go ahead and choose, then.
Wait, so are these... I don't know. I don't think I want to know. I'll just work from right to left.
Follow me. I'll give you a spring in your step, if you can walk at all. Ah.
Oh no, where am I? Ah, good. Right, how do you feel about that, Alistair? Let's go find the next one.
Welcome back. What can I get for you, honey?
We'll go through the men.
Wait just a moment, then. Here they are. Aren't they beautiful? Remember,
Millions of them.
40 silver up front. Go ahead and choose, then.
Follow me. I'll give you a spring in your step, if you can walk at all. Ah.
Oh, well that was very similar to the last man.
Welcome back. What can I get for you, honey?
Let's try one of the women.
Wait here. Here they are. Aren't they beautiful? Remember, 40 silver up front.
I'm not sure any of them look like Alistair's sister.
Go ahead and choose, then.
I guess she's the nearest to being Alistair's sister.
Follow me. My serranos, you are good.
Pretty sure she was faking that.
Welcome back. What can I get for you, honey?
Get me a surprise.
Ooh, adventurous are you? I think we can accommodate you. Come with me.
She looks completely shagged out. Not very good at finding my way around here. I thought maybe like the fourth time I'd get it right, but
Welcome
maybe not.
back. What can I get for you, honey?
Let's go with one of the intermediate ones.
Very good. Wait here a moment. Here they are. Aren't they beautiful? Remember, 40 silver up front. Go ahead and choose, then.
Excellent. Right this way, sweetie.
Super female.
Always leave them fearing more, I say. Oh.
Alright, I think that's enough of Alistair for now. I don't think we'll be able to kill Queen Honora or his sister, but I can at least go and abuse them both. Why not? Ah, because it's in the market district and it'll crash. That's a good reason. Right, here we are on Frat.
I shall do it.
I kind of thought I'd get a rise out of Alistair one way or another for doing that. I should have known it was not going to work. I'm a mage and he's a Templar. I mean, it was a crazy idea to begin with. Oi, you dickhead king of a brother is here. Clearly she doesn't care. I wonder if the codex for Honora will tell us where she is. I deliberately left all these till last because I don't know how much more filled out they get. Doesn't tell us where she is. Maybe we don't get to know where she is then. And I think all the quests we've got left are just filler, really. It's a shame we missed the love letters, but that's what I've done. That's running all over the place. That's running all over the place. It's a shame I've missed that, but I have. I've got the DLC armour anyway, so that's probably more powerful. That's running around everywhere, and that one I've broken. Oh, that was hardly worth booting up Fraps for, was it? Unless this woman can give us an update.
There is but one world, one life, one...
So much to do!
No. God, and he is our maker. They are sinners who have given their love to false gods.
Right then, spit it out.
Ask away.
You want to talk about us?
Really? I was pretty sure we'd already said everything that needed saying.
Oh. Sorry, maybe I misunderstood the text then. Maybe you're right.
This isn't easy for me. Not becoming king, not... But I'm a Grey Warden, and so are you. We have a job to do, so please, let's focus on that. Everything else can't be changed now.
Oh. Hi, Liliana. Can you give me some uplifting story, please?
Something I can help with?
Yeah, can you teach me how to be a bard?
I don't think you have the correct aptitude. I could give you some pointers, though. You may be able to pass them on to someone you know. Let's just go over there, away from the others. For safety, yes? I expect there shall be daggers flying about willy-nilly for a time. Something I can help with?
Yeah, I'd like to talk to you about something.
Yes? What's on your mind?
Oh, I can't shag her either. You were right. Did you know that, Win? You were right.
What's on your mind?
I'll never lead a normal life, will I?
No, you won't.
Yeah, I already knew the answer. I don't know why I even asked.
Because you were not looking for the answer, but for someone to tell you that in spite of it, you'll be all right. You wonder sometimes, don't you? If your life would be better if you weren't who you are.
Yeah, it's on my mind constantly.
When I was a young woman in the tower, I came to the realization that the circle would be my life, and I would know no other. Family, love, a simple life. These were things that others took for granted, that I would never have.
I mean, I don't think you're missing out.
It made me very moody. All I could think of was being trapped in that tower with no way out and no end in sight. I started hating my life and myself, and one night I found myself in the tower's chapel. I was seeking refuge, maybe answers.
Did you find anything?
I must have looked tearful or made some noise, because the revered mother came out and decided to speak to me. And because I had no one else to talk to, I talked to her. I must have said many silly things, but she told me that the Maker puts us all on our paths for a reason, and fighting our intended course is what causes so much anguish.
No, I disagree. I think only the weak just lie down and accept their fate.
I thought the old biddy was full of rubbish. I was 15, maybe 16, and I knew everything. So I left, but I always found my way back to that chapel. And as the years passed, I began to see the truth of her words. We were supposed to be polar opposites, mage and priest. But we weren't. There was much about us that was the same.
Yeah, I suppose priests have to give up a lot too.
The revered mother had lived in the chantry all her life, as I had been in the tower for all of mine. She taught me that you can find your family in the people around you, that you can love your work and find fulfillment in duty, and there is joy even in self-sacrifice. If you put others before yourself, then their well-being is yours, and their happiness is your happiness.
I guess getting your happiness vicariously is going to be quite sad, though. I mean, it's not going to be easy to live that way.
You can scream and cry and be angry about life as a Grey Warden, or you can accept it and allow yourself to see the good in it. This is your choice.
Taliesin is dead, I assume. He must be, or you would not have returned. Then it is true. I am free of the crows. They will assume that I am dead along with Taliesin. So long as I do not make my presence known to them, they will not seek me out.
Yeah, that's a pretty good thing, right?
A very good thing. It is in fact what I had hoped for ever since you decided not to kill me. I suppose it would be possible for me to leave now if I wished. I could go far away, somewhere where the crows would never find me. I think, however, that I could also stay here. I made an oath to help you, after all, and saving the world seems a worthy task to see through to the end, yes?
Yeah, I'd be glad to have you stay.
Then stay I shall. I am with you until the end. Provided you do not tire of me first. Or I die. Or you die. But there you go. Let us return to the task at hand, then. There is still much to be done, yes? What is your desire?
I want to discuss something personal.
Again? I'm game.
So, do you want to join me in my little tent over there?
Oh, is there something in your tent that needs assassinating? That is my specialty, or so I'm told.
Yeah, I want to bleed out.
That's quite an offer, especially from such a beautiful woman, if we are both speaking of the same thing.
I suspect we are.
And here I thought it might be a Grey Warden thing. Ah, very well. See? I knew this would happen eventually. I should have warned you right from the moment you refused to kill me. It was inevitable.
Oh, I thought I seduced you.
Oh, why aren't you the saucy little minx then? I've been used and I wasn't even aware of it. A masterpiece. So then, as the priestess so famously said to the handsome actor, what now?
I was about to ask you the same thing.
Allow me to make it simple for you, my Grey Warden. What comes next is entirely up to you. I was raised to take my pleasures where they could be found, for they do not come very often. I shall ask nothing more of you than you are willing to give.
No, I want more. What about love? Let's make passionate love in front of Alistair.
I was born of a whore and bred as an assassin. All I know is of pleasure and death. What room is there on these things for love, huh? At any rate, we should be on our way. A new day awaits us, or so the rumor goes.
What do you think about that, Alistair?
Ask away.
Ooh, I can't even broach the subject. Never mind. Wonder if I can shag Morrigan.
What comes, my friend?
Just want to discuss something personal.
We are in camp, so 'tis as good a time as any.
Ah.
What comes, my friend? So, full of questions, are you?
I think both of these are really covered, aren't they? I don't know why they're still there. Maybe I haven't pressed them. Still, we know the answers, I believe. Sten might have a penis.
You called. I am hardly surprised. Very well. Speak, then. Then I suggest we move on. As you wish.
Oh. Don't think I want to shag any of these guys. Let's ask Zevran if he's still free.
What is your desire?
I want to discuss something personal.
Again? I'm game.
Yeah, again. Join me in my tent.
The itch has returned, I see. You wish to talk? Ah, good. I have a question for you. How well versed are you in poetry? Antivan poetry, specifically.
I know nothing of poetry, only Dalish poetry.
Trust me, you'll know even less once I tell you this. It was recited to me, as I recall, by a rather wealthy target of mine. Let's see. The symphony I see in thee, it whispers songs to me. Songs of hot breath upon my neck. Songs of soft sighs by my head. Songs of nails upon my back. Songs of thee come to my bed.
I was told to you by Target.
Oh, I know. I couldn't believe that she thought this would actually convince me to spare her. I had sex with her anyway, but that goes without saying. She still had to die. The poem was amusing at the time, however, and thus I've always remembered it.
Oh, are you trying to seduce me with it?
Now that is a thought, isn't it? Would it work?
Yeah, it might.
I'll have to keep that in mind. Personally, my preferred methods of seduction are a bit more tactile. Here I thought you might be cheered up by some naughty poetry. You simply look so unhappy. Such an unflattering expression for such a lovely face.
Don't feel unhappy. Maybe it's like one of those Scientology, like South Park things, or was it Peep Show? I can't remember.
No, that is good to know. Though you might have fooled me with those serious eyes of yours. Me, I tend to make the best of whatever situation I find myself in, stealing what moments I can. It's served me well most days. You might learn to do the same.
Yeah, I think I'll do the same actually. I mean, Alistair stood right there.
Oh? Then I learn something new about you every day. Enough poetry, I think. The time has come for traveling and the murdering of villains and whatever else passes for adventuring these days.
Yeah, we probably should sort out our inventory. Gather all the health and lyrium potions we can afford. I think there was some more good stuff at the back in the Wonders of Thedas, wasn't there? Doubt any of this stuff is better than what I've got. Ooh, she isn't equipped properly. Oh, maybe she was actually. No, she was equipped properly. I mean, these things are all pretty equal, aren't they? I think I probably just want to sell as much stuff as possible to try and get as many healing potions as possible, don't I, at this point? And then give everything away. I'm going to stick a final save in before clearing inventory. Because I can sell all this stuff now. I'm not going to use it, am I? I've never used it before. I'm probably never going to use it again. I'll keep the ingredients so I can do some herbalism. I think I can probably just sell everything. Because this stuff has already not made it onto the team.
Ah, fancy meeting you here. I heard rumours that Redcliffe was once again open for business, but my word, isn't this amazing? Such bustle. The Earl has kindly offered my son and I lodgings in exchange for supplies. I'm happy to help him. And you too, of course. If you have need of my wares, you have but to ask.
Yeah, I have need of your wares.
I'm sure you'll be pleased with the goods my boy and I have collected. And with your discount.
Maybe these things are what I should have been using to get through the fights that I couldn't win. Can't remember what Zevran's got, because he's probably going to be in the party now, if we're honest. He might be badly armoured as well. Oh well. Let's just make sure that I'm not selling stuff that I should be giving to Zevran. Yes, mind you, +2 dex is pretty good, isn't it? Yeah, I guess plus stamina. We'll put Varathorn's armour on him. Bullock of the True King. I almost changed out just because, didn't I? Some of this stuff is just loot, isn't it? I intend Logain's crown is really. I don't know what come of that. Almost nothing, really. Unless it just hasn't triggered off yet. Oh, well. Oh yeah, your bow is actually better. I bet I didn't take all my bloody runes out. I wonder how kind the game was. Oh, when did I save? Too far away. If I've lost it, I've lost it.
Enchantment?
And to be fair, although I'm not fighting a lot of undead, am I? The stuff is actually all pretty decent, isn't it? Yeah, I didn't get my runes back. What a fucking waste. I don't really want to buy more. Just don't want to do it all again. I don't think it's going to be too bad. I mean, we've done pretty much all the quests that were ever offered to us, so we can't be doing that badly on the game front. I don't know how to use anyone that's not Trini, which is probably my biggest problem. Yeah, I never worked out how to use a Tome of Physical Technique.
If there's anything I can do for you,
Oops, sold it. Oh well, it's done now.
You have excellent taste.
Oh, how dear of you. Thank you so much.
Well, I definitely can't give these things to Logain. Kind of ruined that.
How nice. How nice. How nice.
That was literally a complete waste. Shall I get some of those insult things and give them all to Alistair? Mind you, he still loves me. No, I don't think I'm going to do that. Let's go to the Wonders of Thedas then.
Yes.
Yes.
Indeed.
Bloody cats.
Dwarven crafts. Fine dwarven crafts. Direct from Orthamar.
Welcome to the wonders of Thedas.
Oh, maybe I already bought it. I thought we had something that was really expensive. I must have already bought it then. We've got plenty of money. We could always pick up some better runes. Right, let's go to the Elven town then. Because, I was going to say, we might be able to get some supplies. I can't remember who has herbalism. We want a herbalist and a poison maker, probably. So, Zevran... Oh, well, that's alright. That's this team, then.
Yes?
So we want distillation and concentration agents and flasks.
Welcome to the wonders of Thid.
Oh, we got some flasks. We got some lyrium dust. But beyond that, you can't really help me that much. I'm pretty sure the elves had a lot of that stuff.
Dwarven crafts. Fine dwarven crafts. Direct from Orthamar.
I shall do it.
Oh, it's the wrong one. No. That wasn't too bad. Do I have any quests here? Nope.
We are working hard to make enough equipment. I am...
Oh, that was disappointing. I do need elf roots. I suspect I've got plenty of elf roots. Yeah, I've got over 100, so I don't really need that. And you don't have any more expensive items. Oh, well, I've gone to the wrong place then. I don't think there's any more shops in the Elven town. There are shops in the Dwarves. I don't know if they've got this equipment or not. I'm going to say probably not. Let's head...
So I wonder, do you intend to take your mother's place now?
Take her place? What do you mean?
As the new Witch of the Wild. That was her title, no? When one slays the queen, it's assumed they'll take her throne.
Considering the throne is a small shack in the middle of a cold wilderness, I think I may just pass.
And why would you lie to me, I wonder?
Ah, is this the part where you hint at some subtle plot of mine? Because you are so very perceptive?
So you didn't know what your mother planned until you read it in that book. That's what you said.
That is correct.
I admire you. You are a wicked, wicked woman.
And you are a fool who spends far too much time on his hair.
Oh, it's this guy again.
You have coin, stranger? With Orzammar closed off, old Tegra can give you a discount. Fine weapon and arms, dwarven made.
Times have actually changed in Orzammar, but yeah, let's see that discount. No, no thanks.
You really killed all those abominations? I'm sure you need supplies after that, don't you?
I've got 26 lyrium dusts, but we can always buy some more. They're pretty cheap. I spent all my money. Well, plus willpower and plus spell power, that's really good. Can't believe I wasted all my money. I wish I'd bought that. Oh. Plus 2 troll attributes, that's insanely good. How have I done such a fucking terrible job of this? I just completely forgot about it. I mean, to be fair, that was actually weeks and weeks ago. How would I remember that? I probably didn't have the money at the time.
I'm sure you need supplies after that.
Oh, ancient elven armour was pretty good. Might have even been better than Leliana's armour. We'll never know. Although I could just load the game and check. As before I spent all my money, isn't it? And I could go and buy plus 2 to all attributes. No, we made a decision, it was the wrong decision. And I can't load back in here. Well, it's done. What's done is done. Unless I've got a buyback.
I'm sure you need supplies after that.
No, too late. Bye. So what other traders are left? I think probably only Orzammar. Well, the guy in the concourse didn't have anything, but in Dust Town we've got some more concentrators and distillators. Upstairs then, I guess.
So be.
Yeah, we never bought this. It's quite expensive for what it is, though. Don't feel too bad about that. Looks like this guy has anything I need either. Alright, I guess next is the Dragon's Peak. Soldier's Peak.
Might I offer you a bit of advice, my good friend Alistair?
I like my hair the way it is, thank you.
Truly. As you wish. Though my advice is regarding something else completely. It has to do with your recent exertions with your fellow Grey Warden that I overheard.
Oh.
It did seem as if you just got going when all grew quiet. You are feeling alright, yes? Perhaps you're tired.
We aren't talking about this, are we? Did I hit my head?
I have some roots from home that you may chew if you need energy. As for volume, perhaps you ought to try arching your...
Whoa, whoa. Awkward.
You Fereldens are so finicky. How will you ever learn how to pleasure each other unless you talk about it?
Not listening. La 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 la.
Yep, can't argue with that. Thank you for that, Zevran. Yep, let's just keep humiliating Alistair. Little bitch. Oh nice, our little man outside of Orzammar. He also had a few bits we could have.
So who's this Grey Warden they put on the throne? Son of Merrick, I hear.
Seems that way. Bastard son, too.
I suppose there's other bastards out there.
Probably. Old Marek spent most of his years fighting the damned Orlesians. Soldiers get like that.
A Grey Warden king. Yesterday they were murderers, today they're kings. Go figure. Gain isn't dead. It's not true, is it?
My sister told me about that. Unless it wasn't him. Maybe it's some magic trick.
Maybe all those things about him were true.
It's up to the Maker now. If he truly was such a terrible man, the Maker will judge him in the end.
Again, your interest flatters me, fine lady. All is well if trade is open. Yet, maybe it'll change by the time my grandfather says I've lost. Best of...
Should kill them now, just to be safe. Maker would thank us, I bet.
That was really not worth the trip, was it?
Warden?
Don't think there's anyone left, is there? So let's do it. Let's make up all the potions we can. Let's start with potent. What's better, potent or greater? I can't remember. I think potent is better. Let's do 6 of each then. No, maybe only 4. Oh, that's it. It's hard to believe that that's all that I could get throughout the whole game. I've eaten a lot of fucking potions. Right, I guess that's it for this episode then. Thank you for watching. Next episode, what is our plan? Our plan is to go to the village of Redcliffe and head off into the end game, I think. Unless Alistair wants to talk to me now.
Ask away.
Don't look like it.
Of course.
I could track Zevran again, but that's not really going to help me a lot.
No matter why you did it, still it was done.
Oh shit.
I, the benefactor. So, thank you.
Oh, he's talking about me saving him, I think. You're welcome, whatever I did, Zevran.
In the Crows, we do not have friends. And yet here you are, and I cannot help but consider you such.
I consider you a friend as well.
Then allow me to say this. What we are doing here, stopping the Blight, I cannot think of anything I have ever done which is so worthy. I intend to see this through to the end with you. After all, someone must take responsibility for preventing your untimely death. A suitable task for a friend, yes?
That's an excellent plan.
Now, isn't that odd? Just a year ago, Taliesin was telling me, Zevran, why are your plans always so horrid? Planning has never been my strong suit. Now, killing and lovemaking. Killing and lovemaking and witty retorts. Those I am better at. I forget where I was going with this. Well, no matter.
Sorry about that, everybody.
You call?
Now, I'm fairly confident we've had these two's story, but we've got some new runes, haven't we?
Enchantment?
Oh, certainly, I could do...
Oh, sorry, I thought we were going to get a rune shop then.
Enchantment?
Still not 100% sure who I'm going to take as my team. Alistair and Trini, for sure. Almost certainly Leliana. I don't know how much undead we're going to be fighting from this point on. Probably not a lot. But then you don't use your swords a lot either, so that's probably a waste as well. So why don't we equip... I'm definitely not taking Sten. Much more likely to take Zevran. it was a bit pointless. We're not going to fight any. Pointless, but you don't really use it, so it's not that pointless. I doubt Sten will be making an appearance on the battlefield. We might as well hear out Bodan's story, because it was a long time for me. It's pretty good. It's going to be a long time in the LP if it was there at
You
all.
and your friends are formidable folk, indeed. It's good to have you along on the road.
What's your story exactly?
Well, if you're really interested, I suppose it wouldn't hurt to tell you. I am originally from Orzammar, the famed dwarven city that lies beneath the stately Frostback Mountains. I was a merchant there, too. Merchant caste. These things are in the blood, you know. You can't just leave them behind. I ran a fairly successful business. Rare artifacts, you know. Old things, grand things. The nobles loved them. Reminded them of the lost glory days, I suppose.
Lost Glory days?
Our kingdoms once spanned the length of Thados, from majestic Orzammar to Kal Sharok to glittering Darmalin far to the west. They say the gold and silver veins ran so thick through the stone of Darmalin that the entire city sparkled. The Darkspawn took it all, of course. One by one, the old Tigers fell, and then all that was left was Orzammar. But we were talking about how I ended up here, weren't we? One day, a noble woman came to my store. She looked around for a bit and then started shrieking in dismay. Apparently, she believed that a pair of braces I had for sale once belonged to her brother. He'd been lost in a cave-in, you see, while on an expedition to clear out the Darkspawn from one of the tunnels running close to the city. They were made specially for him. They're unique, she shrieked. He stole them from my poor brother's corpse. She had me arrested on the spot, of course. Nobles, they're touchy like that.
And did you No, I'm not going to insult him. What happened then?
Well, I didn't steal them. You see, I'd been paying these castless thugs to venture out into the deep roads for me. The lost tigers. They're full of things that people left behind. Sometimes you can find a treasure. Something worth a little gold.
Yeah, it's better to do something with them than leave them to rot.
That's exactly how I see it. The noblewoman, she wasn't too happy with the theft of her brother's braces. I don't know what they planned for me, and I didn't want to find out. Bribed the guard that was watching me and took off for the surface first opportunity I got. Never looked back.
Oh, you're quite lucky to have done so well out of it.
I thank the stone every single day. Now, is there anything the boy or I can get you?
Oh, you didn't mention your son in your tale.
Ah, yes. I'm married to a fine woman back in Denerim, it's true. She'd give me a son if she could, but that's not likely to ever be. Sandal here. I found him in the deep roads years ago. Abandoned, I think, and he was never quite right in the head. I took him in, and I brought him with me when I came here to the surface. He may not be my blood, true, but I think of him as one.
We left Orzammar.
That's right, boy. Maybe one day we'll see it again.
Blood isn't all that's important in a family.
That's how I've always felt. As long as he's happy, so am I. It's not as if I don't benefit, mind you. Turns out the boy's a natural working with enchantments. He might have even been lyrium-addled. I never thought of that before, to be honest. Happens sometimes. He can work an enchantment into just about anything, however, given some time. Could probably open his own shop, if he knew how.
Enchantment.
Well, he does seem to enjoy it, at least.
Right.
Of course. Good fortune to you and yours.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. Very apt. See you next time for the end game of Dragon Age Origins. The four schools of magic, creation. Opposition in all things, for earth, sky, for winter, summer, for darkness, light. By my will alone is balance sundered, and the world given new life. Threnodies 5:5. The School of Creation, sometimes called the School of Nature, is the second of the schools of matter, the balancing force and complement of entropy. Creation magic manipulates natural forces, transforming what exists and bringing new things into being. Creation requires considerable finesse, more than any other school, and is therefore rarely mastered. Those mages who have made a serious study of creation are the highest in demand, useful in times of peace as well as war. From the Four Schools, a treatise by First Enchanter Josephus. The Four Schools of Magic, Entropy. To you, my second-born, I grant this gift. In your heart shall burn an unquenchable flame, all-consuming and never satisfied. Threnodies 5:7. The second of the two schools of matter, entropy is the opposing force of creation. For this reason it is often called the School of Negation. Nothing lives without death. Time inevitably brings an end to all things in the material world, and yet in this ending is the seed of a beginning. A river may flood its banks, causing havoc, but brings new life to the floodplain. The fire that burns a forest ushers in new growth, and so it is with entropic magic that we manipulate the forces of erosion, decay, and destruction to create anew. From the Four Schools, a treatise by First Enchanter Josephus. The Four Schools of Magic, Primal. Those who oppose thee shall know the wrath of heaven. Field and forest shall burn, the sea shall rise and devour them. The wind shall tear their nations from the face of the earth. Lightning shall rain down from the sky. They shall cry out to their false gods, and find silence. Andraste 7:19. Sometimes called the School of Power, the Primal School is the second of the schools of energy, balanced by spirit, and concerns the most visible and tangible forces of nature itself. This is the magic of war, fire, ice and lightning, devastation. This is what the vast majority imagines when they hear the word magic. From the Four Schools, a treatise by First Enchanter Josephus. The Four Schools of Magic, Spirit. And the voice of the Maker shook the Fade, saying, In my image I have wrought my firstborn. You have been given dominion over all that exists. By your will all things are done, yet you do nothing. The realm I have given you is formless, ever-changing. Threnodies 5:4. The first of the two schools of energy, Spirit is opposed by the Primal School. It is the School of Mystery, the Ephemeral School. This is the study of the invisible enemies which surround us at all times, yet are outside of nature. It is from the Fade itself that this magic draws its power. Students of this school cover everything from direct manipulation of mana and spell energies to the study and summoning of spirits themselves. By its nature an esoteric school, as most others know virtually nothing about the Fade, studies of spirit magic are often misunderstood by the general populace, or even confused for blood magic, an unfortunate fate for a most useful branch of study. From the Four Schools, a treatise by First Enchanter Josephus.